So if we will look at the outline of the human-computer interaction, we will get back that it joined a lot of field studies, and many of them are computer science and behavioral sciences. And HCI outlines a methodology to design the interface and design principles to create an effective and productive interface between human and computer. And one of this methodology is an activity theory that was firstly initiated by Soviet engineers and Soviet scientists that make a reconciliation of differences between subject and initiator of the technology improvement, between rules that are applied to this area particular where this technology is going to be applied, with object that is going to be created, and the community that will use this technology. And actually, it provides the instruments and framework to make this design routine of creation of the technology or the elements or the connection between a computer and human, and to plan this interface more technological. So the activity theory helps you by provision of the framework to create or produce a final design of human-computer interaction, step by step, by using the artifacts of this technology and methodology, by using the proposed steps and proposed connections between all of the stakeholders of the technology that is proposed. Another methodology is a user-centered design. A user-centered design proclaims that a user is the one of the most important element of the technology that is provided to be used by them. And this model proposes the steps to create the final product or the final technology that will be suitable for a particular business process. It states that at first you have to start from the conceptual design. Then this conceptual design have to be validated by the group of the users that are incorporated in this technological innovation. Then you collect the feedback from these users and make fixes or modify the initial proposition, the initial technological innovation to meet more specific the requirements of a particular users. And then this project actually is an iterative process. So you prototyping your element or a technology from one stage to another stage by getting feedbacks from a final users and improving the technology before it is released. And one further step of this methodology is the value-sensitive design. The value-sensitive design extends this methodology and takes into consideration not only a user or a business process where this technology is applied, but also human values that are incorporated in this business product. The interactional approach, how people interact with each other, how people will interact with your technology and the computing technology that is proposed. The direct and indirect stakeholders, actually the initial methodology of the user-centered design never concerned people who will not use by direct a proposed technology. And the value-sensitive design incorporated the stakeholders that could be affected by the innovative technology that can be created. The value-sensitive design, and one of the examples of such a design, is the privacy consideration, is the human welfare, is the freedom from harm, is the diversity of people, is the community where the technology is going to be used, the trust, the sense of identity, and the literacy. So the HCI, as the field of study, has its methodology to provide a better design and also its principles to design. And one of the main principles of the design in the human-computer interaction field of study is the focus on users. And it is very important, before you provide a technology, provide some innovation, or provide an application or a combination of software and hardware, get known your user better, to know their habits, to know their fields of work, to discover more their aims and goals, to satisfy their requirements better. And one of this principle is a user familiarity. You have to know what is familiar to a user according to the work, according to the life, according to the environment he resides. And if you will take a look at this slide, you will see that the pictograms demonstrating the specific field of data or an action represents this as the form of object that are already familiar to almost all of the people all around the world. So if you see the pictogram of a photo, you understand that something that resides beneath this pictogram have a connection to a photo imagery or a video files.